everybody, I am sure by now you've at least heard something about Logan Paul's video that he shared on YouTube a couple days ago. It was shot in Japan in what's known as the suicide forest, and it featured a man who had hung himself from a tree and Logan making light of that in the video. It reached a ton of backlash and people were very angry that he shared it, and it hit over 6 million views before it was taken down. He has since released an apology video, but there are a lot of people who are still very angry about the fact that this took place. Once I heard about all of this and kind of put together the pieces of what was going on, I started to think about Logan's entire process. He's a successful YouTuber. He shoots, produces, and edits these videos himself daily, and he made a conscious decision to go through that entire process with this video and still chose to share it with people by the time he had reached a final product. As someone who produces these Real Talk videos every week, I know what it's like to start from an idea, come up with a plan for what you're gonna say in a video, and then shoot that video, and then edit that video personally, and then choose to share it with the world. When you go through that process, it's really hard to be unfamiliar with the message that you're putting out there. It's really hard to work through the entire production and post-production process and not be acutely aware of what you're sharing with the world. So after hearing about all of this Logan Paul backlash, I started to wonder how he felt comfortable going through the entire process of shooting this video, having that reaction, and choosing to keep that reaction in this video, and that he wasn't aware of how wildly insensitive that was to the tragedy of suicide, victims of suicide, family and friends of victims of suicide, and people who are struggling with suicidal thoughts. Now, I'm not saying this to condemn Logan. I'm not saying that he did it for views or any of that, but I am wondering how he could go through that entire process and still feel okay with sharing it with the world. And what I know about Logan is that in his vlogs, he features his day-to-day life. He features who he is in his videos, and he's sharing that with the world. I believe that Logan would have had the same reaction to the man who had killed himself in that forest, whether the cameras were rolling or not. And I think that's what's problematic. Not just the fact that he shared that with the world, but the fact that he had such a nonchalant attitude towards suicide in that moment. Now, I think that we all should use this video, this whole experience, this whole drama, to look at ourselves. We need to look at the ways that we react to things and whether we would have reacted in the same way as Logan. No, the cameras are not going to be rolling on our day-to-day, and we're not going to choose to share that with the world. But would we have been just as casual as Logan was in that moment? Are we laughing at jokes about abortion or euthanasia or suicide? Are we making those jokes? These are the questions that we need to be asking ourselves, because we know that God desires and wills every human life and forms us in his image and likeness, and for that reason every human life is infinitely sacred. And so when we make light of human life, we make light of God's gift to us. So I'm not here condemning Logan or saying that he's a bad person. What I am here to do is challenge all of you to look at yourselves and look at the ways that you are choosing to defend, protect, and uphold the dignity of all human life in your day-to-day actions. It's not just in those big moments, but it's in those daily choices. It's in something as little as what joke you're going to make or what joke you're going to laugh at. We need to be praying for Logan. We need to be praying for our world, that we would all come to a greater understanding of the sanctity of human life, and we need to be doing things in our daily lives to be protecting and defending human life. If you guys have any additional thoughts on the whole Logan Paul drama, please comment below. I would love to hear what you're thinking. And if you are struggling with suicidal thoughts, please call the suicide hotline and get the help that you need. Your life is sacred. You are desired and loved by the Father, and we are praying for you. Thank you guys for watching, and God bless.